Hello, you should be able to hear me now. There we go. Okay. Um, when I turned on my VR helmet, it stole the microphone away from my mic. Anyways, let's check out the first run of my race course. So it took me 6 minutes and 27 seconds, the first run, in 0.33. So let's see. I don't have any timers set. I timed it myself. So you're just gonna have to look and see how it goes. So when the demo comes out, this is the course you're going to see, but I'm going to point out to you one area that needs it needs work. Maybe I'll work on it on this video, but this video is going to be very short, like under 30 minutes, I promise. So let's go. I'm going to turn off my mic. Let's do this. Oops, I am in the wrong. there it is. There's the first run. Now, I made it too dark. That was all on me. So we're going to do it again. I was going for a dramatic thumbnail, but raising that was a bit too dark. So let's make it actually visible. A little bit of dramatic lights over there. So the section that I need to work on is basically from here. I thought these canyons were bigger. So basically all points from here on could be raised. So like I can grab that. Yeah, why not just do it now? If I can even see it all. But it doesn't work that way. I gotta do it one at a time. All right, why not? I said this was going to be a short stream, so I might not commit to this. I'm not going to commit to this. Yeah, I'll do this offline. So this whole section will be redone, but one thing I want to explain, because I'm going to have the microphone off when I'm going through it again, all of this was the first map. You saw me do this the last stream. And what I added, you can see here, you can see there's some type of stretching going on. You could also see the color is a little bit different between the right side and the left side. So I updated my Gaia plugin to be able to get two maps. I can place them where I want. And then it blends between one map and another map. And it says, okay, this map over here on the left is the dominant map. So it's not going to blend as much. So even if I'm not perfect, and then I chose my height, I chose this to be where it matches. This was just like an empty space you could see through like that. And then now my plugin blends it. So it looks a little bit natural. But when I finish the map, like here, I just put a bunch of rocks and nobody sees that, right? So when I go to this part, here's the fun part. I'm going to be adding, this is going to be a waterfall. Remember in my sketch, I told you there's a waterfall. And this is where, so the one thing I either removing from my original idea is the forest. The forest would have happened here to diverge and go over here, but this is not too big of an, actually, wait a minute. No, going right, and I could place the forest here. And it goes all the way here. All right, maybe we'll add the forest. But right now, the way I have it set, the race is, you need to stay near the race line. So I don't have it set where it's checkpoint heavy. Anyways, the last thing I want to explain before I race it again, this part going up to here is going to enter the mountain. Remember I told you about the cave that I want? I found the solution. It's more work, but it's better than not having it. So basically this whole section, what you see below, around you, now this part will be open, and that's going to be, this part will be flooded with water. And then another waterfall dumping into what's below. You saw the other waterfall over there. So I'll be flying around, dodging different cave pillars. We'll go up over here. There'll be different things jetting out of the rocks over here. Light will be low, but there'll be light shafts coming through. So we fly through here. This is when we get closer to water. There's going to be a waterfall flowing right in front of us. As we go here, then we see the mouth of the cave, and this is where you exit the cave. There's some more water down there, or exit the mountain. There's going to be some more water. Waterfalls off to the right. Going through. Maybe this was still part of the mountain. I think this is the part. This might be the part where you exit the mountain. Yeah. So you kind of curve around. Go through, and then this climb takes you out of the mountain. So you climb. And then this is like where we curve, and this is where the mountain exits. Bam. And then this is the fun part. There's going to be floating continents here. If you remember in my sketch, you can look at the last video. I have floating continents, so that's why these kind of long sections that don't really make sense now are here. So you're going to be kind of racing and dodging stuff on the floating continents. Then you drop. There's another floating continent that curves. You go around, and it drops. So all the parts where you see it drop, there's another floating continent. So yeah, we're going to race it again now with more light. Let's get that set up, and I'm going to mute my mic. Maybe I'll unmute myself so you can hear my reaction, but it might bring in the sound. It doesn't. Actually, interesting. It's not picking up the sound of the game, so hold on. I need to move. My DJ controller was hitting my arm. All right, let's start this off. So in the last one, you saw me actually using some of the actual skills the ships have. So now that I have this, it lets me better tone what I want the ship to be, because right now the ship is tuned as if there was no atmosphere. So I need to set this planet's atmosphere, and that's going to choose, or moon, or whatever it's going to be, to show how that will affect, because I shouldn't be able to drift like that if there's atmosphere, unless I drift, like actually drift. Doing better than my first run, because I could see. So I could blow up. If I hit any of this, I'm gone. Yeah, this part needs to raise, but I can just build a spire there. Totally fine. Oh, I didn't blow up. Oh my god. I hit that. I should have been gone. Since I don't have my checkpoint set up, I would have just ended up in the middle of the map. Oof. Okay, so it seems to load right when I go over the next map, which is a good thing, but I need to get it to preload. That's fine. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is export this to Blender, and that's where I'm going to build the mountain on top of all of this. And I have it, the plugin, in a way that should be able to export everything at the very top is just an outline. And then I could build the mountain around that. I could also build it in VR. Same concept. I grab that outline of the mountain and just start sculpting above it. And then I made a plugin for Blender to import that VR sculpt, retopologize it, ready for Substance Painter. And I go paint that, then I bring it right into here, import it, scale it. There's all of my assets. So that's my next step while I'm offline, is going to be finish this. I'm going to mix it with the interior. I currently have no interior. I've modeled it. I showed you in Blender before. So I just need to texture it, implement it with the UI, and then get the... Oh, shit. Yep, that is as hard as I wanted it to be, to control. Get it implemented with... Shit, that's not good. I would have blown up there. Get it implemented with the human controls. I'm sorry, the first person in VR. I have a human, I had a human character to do all of the motions. That's like such a long process. It's very easy for me to just mentally push it back. But it's gonna sell first person and VR more. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, Fault? I am racing my own track and trying to do better. I'm doing better than last time, but I don't have the checkpoint set because I'm not 100% married to this, but it's like 95% there. 95%. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. This is just going to be a short one. I just wanted to show off my course. This was a big milestone that I haven't, yeah, Star Citizen has not been, well, first of all, I play solo these days, and it's just, I hop on into VR, have my fun, and there's really nothing to do this patch. Last patch, I was too busy working on this, so I didn't do any Xenothreat at all. Well, no, that's not true. I joined some randos to take down the Idris and unlock the blueprints for the armor. And that was just a random, that was not what I set out to do. But yeah, I like randomly play when I want to. But yeah, all of this has been kind of where my time and energy has gone. No, actually, that's not true. Another project was like 90% of my mental capacity, and I finished that last week. So now everything goes towards this. And in just like a few days, I've made crazy progress on this. This whole map, oops, I almost grabbed my hot sauce. This whole map and the race line was done in one day. Before, I only had this side of the map. And then yesterday I made this side of the map. Then I upgraded my plugin to blend them. Then I continued the racetrack. It stopped right here. I built the rest of it. And this is where we're at. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I really wanted to do more Xenothreat, but the last this is what stopped me. My last time trying, well, okay, my first time trying to do it, it was great. The experience was really fun. Just going around doing the different missions, and then I did the Idris one in my M80, and it was super fun just zooming and booming. Great session. My second session, the Idris was just teleporting all over the place. Not fun. My third session, when I was just like, I'm not even going to care about Xenothreat, and some people are like, hey, we're about to board the Idris. So I flew out on with a Shiv and a Dragonfly. I went in. They were having trouble, but there was no lag. I shot the door open and I soloed the Idris, took out everybody and took out the captain, the target, the neutralized target. Got the blueprints and then got out alive with my Dragonfly. I was able to float to it after like 5 minutes, and that was the last great session. Everything after that was just desync, 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 desync. I've not played this new the new 4.9 yet. That's not true. Sorry. I got the Basher. I tried that out. It's a lot of fun in VR. I loaded up. I got another one, and I loaded up both of them in my Ironclad Assault. And then I flew around and did some missions. That was really fun, really, really fun. And then that was like my Star Citizen until the next patch, most likely. Most likely. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this has been I had to put this aside because the other project I wanted, I gave myself a deadline for, and I was getting close to not making that deadline because this took away so much of my time once I hit um basically my blocker was Hosos. I was not able to get Hosos going, and once I unblocked that, I was like, wait, let's build this now, let's build this now, let's build this now. While my other project was just like looking at me sad. So I put this down, knocked that out. That other project is done. It's live, it's good. Now it's all about this. This gets like all of my time. And this is not even to say like my what I call my day job. It has nothing to do with gaming. That's getting all my time. I've got a bunch of like prospect calls booked. That's going super well. It's crazy that I'm able to juggle all of this stuff together. But I think now that my other project is done, I can give Star Citizen some more time. I really want to play more in VR, but there's no incentive with this new patch. There's no like unlocks or anything. I could do the what's it, Battaglia. I don't know the first name. I don't know anything about her. I just know it's a Nyx. I flew to Nyx last night while I was working on this on another monitor. I was just mindlessly flying to Nyx, set my spawn. I forgot what you called it. I don't even, I haven't played so much. I forgot what you call it. I went to the hospital and set my spawn point and stopped. Wanted to come here and do this, and then yeah, my brain was just not working trying to do everything, but with the other project being done, literally, and plus like I was 2 weeks late from my self-imposed deadline. It wasn't important. It was just 2 weeks late. Got that done, and it's a huge relief. So now like all of this. So what I will share, I don't know if you were here when I was saying this, but basically from this point on is going to be a cave that enters a mountain. So everything you see basically from here, and if it looks flat, I'm going to model a mountain for that. So I'm going to export this into a 3D program. The mountain's going to be like super tall like this, and all of this section is going to be inside of the mountain. Then it comes out over here and there's floating continents. That's why these sections are like flat. And I solved my floating continent problem in the coolest fucking way. Coolest fucking way, which I can show. Actually, I could show you now. I've got it open in another level here. But yes, the region pointed next. That's where I set it. And then after I do this, I might actually spend the day playing Star Citizen. I have not like played games to enjoy. I've been doing a lot of like I hop in Star Citizen to get the feeling of the flight model and the feeling of VR. So I've been going in there not to play, just to be like, okay, it feels like this. How do I get it to feel like that or similar here? Excuse me, sorry. But here's my floating content. Oh God, why am I moving so quickly? My floating continent idea. This gives it away. You just saw this flipped upside down. This was the second half of the course you just saw me race. So what I did is, okay, what if I cut from the top to the bottom and anything that's separated, there's no space. It turns it into its own section. So that's what it does. Now I've got different floating continents built from the same Gaia thing. I just flipped it upside down. They get all the same details with a flat top. So I get them and I can now move them. And now the racers, this is a 25-kilometer floating continent. The ships race here. They can do whatever, go here, flip, and then they go around, and then they need to fly over to the next flying continent. So this was just me thinking like, wait a minute, what if we just set a carve from the top, we'll flip it upside down, carve it from the top to the bottom, and then whatever's left is an island. And then I was like, just cut it and make it separate pieces. And it worked. It worked. So now my floating continent thing for literally just this one map, only this map, this planet has floating continents. This is not going to be a big thing. But then what I thought next, this is going to help for going through like an asteroid field. I just rotate this. I rotate this. I bring this over here. Can I do that? Can I even bring it over here? Here we go. Here we go. You rotate that. So now you imagine there's like an asteroid field. You're flying. I can't do that with the controls, but you turn your ship. Gravity is this way. You fly over here. You've got a switch. Gravity is this way. You fly over here. Gravity is this way. You can kind of get the idea, right? Yeah, the current map is huge, but this, I could just make like a huge asteroid field where you're going through these small sections, and then, okay, now you flip upside down and you're in a large piece of an asteroid. Then that part breaks off. The track makes you go to this floating piece of asteroid. You do all your stuff. So this solved so many things, being able to do the island, creating islands. So I'm going to now do the demo course one more time in VR. I'm not going to save that. And that's going to be it, because I'm going to get right back to work on... No, I'm not. I'm going to play Star Citizen. I actually want to just enjoy, not just VR and checking stuff out. I actually want to enjoy, if it even agrees with me. If I get any type of desync, I'm gonna rage quit. But yeah, I've been developing so long, the last 3 months, I've not just any game had like a serious sit down and just enjoyed myself. I start and then my brain is like, no, what about this? And then I go into another browser and just start working. Yeah. So that's okay. Let me explain, that. So the atmosphere will come in. Gravity will have an effect. It's all in. I've got it all in the blueprints for the level blueprint. Is it in the level blueprint? The ships. Okay, no, I don't have anything in the level blueprint because that's going to be a planet per planet thing. But I have it in the ship blueprints. BP racer weight. Weight is a factor. So weight will affect not results. Weight will affect. It's in a construction sequence only. No, I grabbed the wrong thing. I grabbed the wrong thing. Shit. Weight will affect how much carries when you're going, so velocity and how much you keep, but also when there's gravity on certain planets. This is a moon, so gravity will be quite light. So what you see now, it's pretty much what you're going to get, but certain planets, massive planets, will have heavier gravity, so your ship will have a tendency to drag down, and you're going to need to cover that with a updrift. Where is the race blueprint? Has to be here because I'm racing the ship. I just don't remember what it's called. Oh, now I remember. It's probably race. No. Ship. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. Just take my word for it. So one thing I'm going to do, the next step is like right after this, is export this to Blender. And then I'm going to build like really cool, okay, in my head, cool, these rocky spires that just stick up. And these are going to be things for the racers to dodge. So areas like here, where I have it jet, like I'll probably have something big here. So that's why we're curving this way and going around. This is too shallow, so I'm going to bring all of this up. And instead of it being they're going through the canyons, there's going to be like a rock spire here. There'll be a rock spire here. So I don't have to change it too much. I just need to raise them. And then, remember I mentioned a mountain. You were going to see that mountain here in the background, the whole race from the beginning. Just like I sketched, if you look at the last stream, I have a sketch of the first thing you see is over here, these mountains, and then a big mountain in the back. I build that, which will put all of this underground. Wait, all of this in a cave. And then I get to build all the details, and all this is going to be flooded. So I put water. Water's actually really easy to put in. And then I make parts of this will be like a river. The low parts will be a river. And then it all dumps off to the waterfall here. There'll be a big waterfall dumping off. And this is where a big dump is going to go off into nothingness. And I'm not going to spoil my plans for what happens over here and where the race ends. Notice this is where the race ends. Something is going to be very different about this section. But I will be building it live, just not today. So yeah, let me try this in VR. My helmet is set. It's hot. Why is the helmet so hot? All right, we're good. So I need to launch in VR. I don't know what it's going to look like for you though. Let's see. I don't think I can do what I think it was going to do. So let's just try this. Oh, it is. Interesting. Wait a minute. No, it's not working. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, it's not working. What happened? Stop. Okay. I think it's my playtime. It might be in yep, it's in Steam VR. That's why. I was building stuff in VR. It's better on Steam. Okay, now we're gonna be good. Let's try this. It should work. It's not working. It's like always worked. What's happening? So weird. Wait, it doesn't say VR. No, yeah, it does. It literally says VR. It should load to... Wait a minute. Let me see something. Yeah, look. It's reading... Wait. No, that's... that's Toby. Oh, you can't even see it. You can't even see it. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is kind of funny. It's not working, but what's working is kind of hilarious. Why is it not switching over? All right. There we go. All right. So I've got Toby Eye Tracker working. So that's fine. That's great. But this isn't working. And Toby Eye Tracker is still reading something. It can't see my eyes. What is it tracking? So that's great. Let's do a first-person view and we'll figure out VR. Oh shit. Shit. Hold on. Microphone. But, right, let's try a first-person view. Race with Toby. Oh god. This is... I need to get my cockpit in. Oh, I want to do this in VR. I want to do this in VR now. Yikes. You can see the smile on my face. I cannot fake this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Oh no. Yeah, I need to figure out VR. It literally worked from day one for some reason today. Okay, I didn't hit my nose. I made it a little more durable. And I need a tune. This is so cool. I want to do this in VR. This is so cool. Fuck. The sense of speed is exactly what I want. Oh, this is great. This is great. Shit. Slow down. Brakes. Why am I going so fast? Says the guy making a spaceship race game. Turn there. This is so cool. I need to get VR going ASAP. Performance isn't bad. Like, this is running an editor. One thing I learned, oh shit. I don't have checkpoints set up, so I'm under the whole map at 000. Shit. This is why I put overboost in. The only problem, if I go up too soon, I'll hit the bottom of the map and just What just happened? What happened? I don't know what happened. Okay. I guess we're done. What just happened? That was weird. Okay, now nothing is... I have a screen up. I can't do anything. What just happened? That's funny. Yeah, I can't do anything now. Oh, man. I want to do this in VR so bad. That looks so good. But I can't do anything. Yeah, Unreal may have crashed. Oh, looks like we're good. Yep, we're good. I need to figure out why VR wasn't working. I think it's because I'm doing standalone. No, it's in VR preview. So let's do new window. This is gonna load. No, it's not loading in VR. So in that, now VR preview, I might need to restart. Yeah, it's not working. Because I'm supposed to see like this really kind of messed up screen that shows the left and right eye. Yeah, that's not working. I don't know how to solve this. So I'm going to close Unreal because I did not have my VR set. So I'm going to reset, start it again, confirm it's not in Steam VR, and it should be fine. Yes, it's in Pimax Open VR, which is the only VR I have implemented. So Steam VR, that wouldn't be an issue. So that was so cool. That was so cool. Once it works in VR. The memory, so that it says that, but if you saw, I don't know how clear it said 109 megs out of 490. So it was a warning, but I've got a 4090. I've got the budget set really low in the editor. Once I play it standalone, not all of that goes away because the editor has a bunch of stuff that it's testing and keeping track of, and all of that just slows down budget. But once you run it standalone, smooth, buttery smooth. Which is, I need to start the level. That's what I'm gonna do. I've got it defaulting to my the very first level I used just to test speed. It's just a bunch of pillars that I was flying through for me to test that. Why isn't it showing? The sense of speed. There you go. So first of all, I'm going to change it to always start on this map because I think that's where I'm at now. Oh, you guys can't see the screen. Okay. Fine. And then you get the race line in, force load. All right, now let's try VR. This should work. Should. Yes, we're in VR. Fuck. I just hit my. No. Wait, I forgot how to recenter. I have it facing the wrong way. Yeah, I'm facing the wrong way. Ugh, what am I doing? No. We have to do it again. We have to do it again. You guys can even see shit. I need to start it when it's right over my head or it does something weird. Yeah, it's facing the wrong way. Why don't I have... Oh, hell no, dude. One of these is... There it is. I found it. Okay. I have a camera recenter button, and I forgot what it was. I was pressing the Star Citizen one. We're good. Yeah, I'm gonna fix it right now. I just needed to make sure this works, and now that it works, and I know what my proper button is, we'll be good. But I don't think you're gonna see anything good. It's gonna be like two screens. Okay, so I'm not gonna press anything. I'm gonna bring it over now, and you'll see something weird. Yeah, you're gonna see this. You're gonna see this. So, let's try. Let's try. Yeah, it looks great for me. I know it's not for you. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. God, this is so. Yeah, I can see the details of the ground that I'm flying over. I love this. Part of the ship is blocking my view. And that's what I want to make. Oh, shit. To roll. That's exactly what I wanted. Go. I'm moving my head and body way too much. Performance isn't bad, even though it's editor. Once I move this to standalone, this is gonna be great. Oh, fuck. Shit. This is so fucking cool. I need this. This is insane. Here's some word. I'm gonna die. That's why I pointed my nose at. If I hit the front dead on, it's game over, so. Oh, shit. Yeah, if I can hit my wing, that's fine. What? What just happened? No. Here, I'm going to. Wait. See, if I try to fly through, I'm gonna hit the. I'll hit the ground and blow up. I didn't blow up. What just happened? Okay. Let's do a trench run. You guys can't even see this properly. I feel like I'm about to fly into a canyon. Once I have my UI, this will look better. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna blow up. I'm going too fast. No. Well, that's how you stop. See, that's velocity. And when gravity for like a heavier planet, I would have and should have blown up there. Go. Yeah, I'm going way too fast. It's a whole different beast in VR. I was doing way better in flat. This is fucking cool. This is fucking cool. Especially when the cave is here, like this part, waterfall, hearing the waterfall. Cave will come here. This is what the lights will need to come. Scanning. Oh, I almost hit that. This is so cool. Kind of long, but this is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. And in here, I could make lap-based, like full circle lap-based tracks now that I have the whole thing laid out. Same geometry, same map. I just make like a short 1, 2, or like 2.5 minute lap. This is the part I wanted to see in VR. I wanted to go around this much faster, a little bit slow. That's on me for not trusting myself in the ship. Major milestone moment right here. The ship I'm flying was just one cube in Blender. Now I'm flying it in VR inside of a 150 kilometer map, end to end. Made in Gaia. Like my first maps in Gaia, I still have more to make. I still have lots to learn in Gaia. I'm gonna make Earth-like planets, of course, with green and rivers, alpine mountains. things. You need a snow planet, desert planet, underground, lava, magma, ice, that shit. I've got all of the tools now. Oh, it gets dark as I go up higher. This is sick. Maybe a little Tokyo drift there. I'm gonna change the sound. The sound has been driving me crazy. Yeah, I would have blown up if I had my checkpoints in there. I have confidence using that skill that I put into the game, my own skill, when I'm on a straightaway. But when I get better, the better racers than me will use it in turns. I'm there, overboost, shit. They're trying to do it in turn. This is cool, because I can just look. Yeah. Oh, stop. Right now, all meters are infinite. Oh, shit. So I don't have any, like a boost meter, anything like that that'll go in before the demo. Too far. I'm way too far. Overboost. Drift. There we go. Drift. There we go. Am I? Oh shit. Okay, here's a straightaway. Win. Yeah, I would have blown up right there. Oh shit, it's so hard to control. It's so hard to control. Keep it straight. Fuck yeah. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how much of that you could see. That was fucking cool. That was fucking cool. Holy shit. I need to go back and watch that to see. I don't know what that looked like on your end. I know it was like split. Once I packaged the game, so like you package it just so it's, oh, you can't see this. You package it so I just have to run the exe. I think I can make it so you guys see from one of the eyes. Because I don't, let me just confirm what you guys just saw there. It was probably a mess, but yeah, it looks like a mess. Okay. It wasn't super bad. I know you can't see anything now. I'm looking at it on OBS and not OBS. Here, this is what I was looking at. Just to confirm what you guys saw. It's not great. It's not great. Yeah, if I'm pointing up, you guys see it. Let's try this. Yeah, it's unfortunately hard to do this in this mode. Like if I've got it pointing up, you guys can see it. I don't think this is going to do anything, but yeah, dragging it down doesn't do anything. Something to fix later. I don't know how much you saw. This is sick. Like I'm not even gonna fly the race. I'm just gonna fly the map. Nice. Could do some. I need to make it. Yeah, I need to make it. What just happened? I need to make it roll slower. Now that I know. And add atmosphere. What's the atmosphere set? This will feel great. Yeah, this is giving me a lot of. Even though for the demo, I'm not making any new ships. I'm just gonna. I've got 5 ships done. 4 other ships besides this one. The demo's releasing with those just so people can get a feel of the controls, this level, and give feedback. That was fucking cool. That was fucking cool. Shit. There we go. And you're gonna little. That's so fucking badass. That's so badass. Also, with this game, I'm very, very open about my gameplay plans. So take the helmet off before I say it. Shit. Like, this is believable. Like, all of this looks great in VR, and there's no. I've got no post processing. It's just raw and editor right now. There's no effects. I've got no atmosphere, no fog, stuff that would make it look way better. None of that's running yet. Let's go here. This is so sick. This is so sick. Okay. It was sick. It was sick. It's too hot and humid for VR right now, though. Oh yeah, no, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to be ending pretty soon, but what I was going to say is my next level, it'll be the second demo level. I'm going to end the stream like very soon, but the second demo level will be a massive super factory. Haven't decided if I'm going to put it on like a forge planet or if it's going to be in space. Atmosphere of some other planet, but I'm going to make a massive super factory. So there's going to be a lot of machines building machines and ships and weapons and all of that. And the racetrack will take part in there. So this is like my planets. Every planet, this is how it's going to work. I build it in Gaia. I choose what I want the grid to be. I make the racetrack. And now I've got everything I need for loops. Like here's a canyon, for example. One course could be start here. You go through the canyon up to here. Then you loop around. You go back. And that's one lap. Same map. I don't need to make anything new. Then there could be another course where you go through the cave system. Remember I told you the cave starts here. So this could be the start line. You go through, blah, 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 blah. Instead of going off to floating continents, you come back around here. You go around here. There's my second lap-based race. So that's 2 lap-based courses. One map that I made for point A to point B track. The demo is going to have 3 courses. Point A to point B time trial, and then a 2 lap-based tracks, a canyon, and then inside of the mountain in the caves with the waterfalls. There. So the next thing I'm going to make is going to be more man-made, the super factory. I've been watching a lot of what's his name? Hold on. First, somebody named Space Doc. Space Doc is a YouTuber who talks a lot about sci-fi as a um, as fiction. He goes really deep into how things work, how they should work, if things were more real, or pointing out things that are really cool that were done that aren't real. And it's been giving me a lot of things to think about. There's another guy. What is his name? Well, I need to make sure all audio is off as my phone gives me a message. Hold on 1 second. I want to find out who this other guy is. Did here? Yes, Isaac Arthur. Isaac Arthur has like 1.1 million followers. I didn't know who this guy was until I started building this, and all of the um, recommendations from YouTube started pointing me to him. But these are people who break down sci-fi as a genre down, and it's been giving me a lot of good things to think about with world building. One thing, just the title of his video alone sold me, but it's like you should world build the same world for your whole life. That literally fits a fantasy world that I've been building since college, and I just go back every now and then and write. I now have the tools to build. I'm not even thinking about that fantasy world. Just right now saying this, I literally have the tools to build that world in Unreal Engine by making this recent game. Sorry, that just hit my head right now, and that's kind of wild. But now I'm building a world around this space racer. This is one planet. This is a moon that goes around a planet. So that planet will be somewhere over here in the sky that you can see, depending on where you're facing. I don't know how that'll work. I get to art direct that. Is it going to be over here? Is it going to be far away? Is it going to be really big? Are there two planets? And this moon only orbits one of them? Who knows? But this is a bare planet, so it's buying me a lot of space. I don't need to create any technology, no buildings. There's no mining facilities doing stuff here. This is just a bare, uninhabited planet. Lore wise, but it buys me time to I don't need to build anything else besides the nature part. And then as I get time and grow, I'm a solo dev. I get to add those other stuff for other future. So like I definitely want to have like a planet that is Earth, like it looks like Earth. Big trees, green areas, rivers, mountains, stuff like that. And same workflow as this. Yeah, this is done. I'm gonna go eat. I need food. This has been fun. You saw me do this in flat. You saw me do this in VR. Everything looks great. This is a milestone. So yeah, the next time you see me might be when I start building the mountain over here. I don't know if I'm going to do that live in the next devlog. Adding the rivers, the waterfalls, and so on and so forth. And then all of the rock spires that I want to build. Then after that, the interior for the ship, which will be shared across all ships. Then I bring in the other 4 demo ships, match the interior to those. And I think I can put this on Steam. Oh, like other UI stuff, like a ship select, loading screens, so on and so forth. Like all that, the polish. I want it to be polished. But this is it. This is the race you guys are going to be doing. With changes to that one section, like I said. And there will probably be some other changes to make things work after I adjust. So like this whole section here that you see from this side on the left to the side on the right needs to be redone. Whatever. Shit, do I make the whole mountain go from here? That'd be a huge mountain, but that's cool. I like that. Anyways. I'm gonna go eat. Thank you for watching and hanging out. If you've watched my devlog from the first video to today, you might be able to get. This is a huge moment. This is a huge moment for me. Major milestone, and I wanted to get it out there. But yeah, it's just an hour and 8 minutes. I'm done. I'm gonna go enjoy being a gamer. Maybe for like a week or two. I keep saying that, but then I'm gonna go right back to work when I'm done streaming this. So I'm not gonna lie to you. Have a good weekend.